Remember the Smart Woodshop? I think that thing's about 6 years old now. In fact, when I built that, I did a whole series of videos. If I can remember, I'll put a playlist up right here. I needed plywood to build that. And I was at a point with the Paulk workbenches, I knew I needed a different material, something different than what I was getting at the local lumber yard. I wanted something lightweight. I wanted something very durable that, that was strong, that I could drill and glue and put screws in. And so I shopped around. I looked online, I looked in woodworking magazines, and I had samples sent to me. And one of the samples was for a material called Ultralight. And remember that because, again, that Smart Woodshop, that's what I chose, and that's what I built it with. And now today, you know that we are doing the Paulk Smart Bench in a knockdown version, shipped right to your door, and I insisted that it be built with Ultralight. CG is the designer, you own the product, it's yours from the beginning. You invented it,
Yeah.
And you own it now.
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us about it.
Well, Ultralight is lightweight plywood. Obviously, we know that. But, it took about, 25 years to actually develop the product that we have now, right now.
25 years.
Yes, because it's a very difficult product. The lightweight wood that we use in this product is not everybody can handle it. It's very difficult to stick it together, frankly.
To make it.
To make it, yeah.
Okay.
So you have to have special processes that we discussed before.
Does it take special machinery? Is that what it's about?
Not special machinery, but there's a curing process that we have a special area at the factory where we have to put it out in the sun for a certain amount of time to cure the product, the core only.
The core.
The core.
Okay.
And once the curing is done, naturally, which is kind of weird, we're in the modern age, but we have to go backwards in woodworking technology to make this product.
Okay.
And so once that's done, we put the face on and trim it up and ship it to our customers.
So the core that makes it lightweight, I've looked at some other materials that are lightweight, equally lightweight to be honest, but when I sampled it and tested it out, I found difficulty in working with it with routers. It would fuzz up and stuff, but also when I looked into it, I found that that core material was like a tropical wood, and I don't want to cut up the Amazon rainforest. It's kind of a thing of mine.
It's probably a good thing.
I sort of want to pick woods that are good for the environment in the future and my grandkids. And so, is that core tropical?
Not at all. No tropical wood at all, and it's all farm grown.
Okay.
I can tell you one thing, it's poplar and pine, but there's the third one I can't tell you.
Okay.
The third one is what makes the product what it is.
Okay.
But it is all farm grown.
So it's renewable.
Absolutely renewable.
Okay.
Absolutely. No tropical woods, and as well as the glue line we use has low VOCs. It's third-party certified, so it's friendly. When you're cutting it, you don't have to worry about sucking up bad.
That's important.
Fumes. It's
yeah,
very
because I'm a plywood shop and I do a lot of routing of my plywood, so I'm making a lot of this. I collect it as much as I can, but you're still gonna, if you're a carpenter, woodworker, you're gonna breathe stuff in, even if you wear masks and all that. It's nice not to be around that stuff if you can help it.
Well, especially if you're making an enclosed trailer.
Yeah.
Imagine if it didn't have the breathe-free glue that we use. If it had, say, a little hide formaldehyde, close it in the Florida sun, then you come back a couple hours later and your eyes are going to
And that's called off-gassing.
It's called off-gassing. That's something you never have to worry about with this.
Yeah. So, where do you make it?
We make it in Jiangsu.
Jiangsu.
Yeah, two brothers. They started a factory about 25 years ago, and I met them, and we developed this together because it's so difficult to make. And we have been working together, family business to family business, for years now.
So you're here in Florida, and they're in Jiangsu, you said?
Jiangsu.
Jiangsu. And so it's a couple brothers. And so you go back there and meet with them?
All the time. Yeah.
So like you go hang out with them and stuff?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
I've broken bread with them and their parents.
So
Yeah,
It's
a big family business.
so the brothers were their father involved in it too?
The father and the mother, yeah, it was their farm that they built this factory, this small factory.
So the family farm, they built the factory there, and they put this high-tech machinery.
Well, it didn't start out high tech.
Okay, so
They've worked over the years to build and build and build. You know, it was like any business that two brothers want to start. You know, they didn't have a lot. They didn't have a lot of money, so they had to work really hard and build it from step to step.
Okay.
You know.
Now, do they have kids?
Yes.
Are there kids in the business?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so it's like third
generation.
Third generation. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. All right. Well, that's excellent. So back to the wood just for a minute. The Ultra. I obviously have 5-6 years of really beating the heck out of it. But you were telling me that the stuff you have now is slightly different than that stuff. So you've made some changes to it, or?
Yeah, we actually purchased some very high-tech, now we're getting to be high-tech.
Right.
And we purchased some Japanese-made machinery called Minami core composers.
Okay.
And they essentially take computers and hot glue with string and composed each veneer separately. So every veneer is going to be void-free.
Void-free. Wow. I mean, I thought that was pretty good, but it definitely had some voids.
It's much improved.
Okay. So you're constantly iterating, if you can't, making it better and better.
Yes, absolutely. You have to make it better, or you'll get,
And is there? I shopped hard and I found lightweight, but again, I chose Ultra because it was, it was the best that I personally. Is there? I'm not seeing anything else. I know it's regional. It's hard to get every kind of plywood everywhere, but if you can get this, as far as I can tell, there's not a good second choice.
There really isn't. I mean, the 18 millimeter is a 13 ply plot product. I mean, that's
13. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's really good screw holding.
Right.
And it's not the cheapest product around.
Right.
But it is the highest quality. It's the lightest weight. And look, 5 years and still holding together. I mean, what size earthquake do you think your trailer is? 7?
Yeah.
Category 7 earthquake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's still together.
Well, it definitely, glued and screwed together. Nothing has separated or delaminated. And you can see some staining on it. Particularly here in Florida, I didn't have this happen as much in Washington, but we get heavy rains here, like in the afternoon. Like it'll just open up, and like I never saw anything like it in Washington. And I've had a number of times where I've had the trailer open, and I forgot I'm doing something, and I've had so much water get in and wet my aisle and wet, so you can see kind of the water staining on it, but it's not coming apart.
Well, it's exterior grade glue. Did I mention that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I forget because, typically in the plywood business, you always tell somebody it's exterior grade. But with this, you have to make it with exterior grade. It won't work. So it's just kind of in my head that it's exterior grade. But yeah, it's exterior grade for sure. Absolutely.
All right. Well, that's great info. Okay, so Smart Woodshop fam, I wanted you to hear it from the horse's mouth, the guy that invented it. When you go to the lumber store, your local lumber store, your Lowe's, your Home Depot, whatever it is, and you just go up and look at a piece of 3/4 or 18 millimeter ply or 12 millimeter half ply, you're not getting that. I mean, this is why I shop so hard. My workbench, I'm looking at it being a lifetime thing, that it's got to be lightweight, it's got to be strong, you got to be able to, the design, the whole, from top to bottom, from design to the materials it's made with. I could not sacrifice building it out of something heavy and not durable. And so that's why I chose Ultralight. And when I decided, for my own bench, and when I decided to make the bench for you to purchase, knock down, and put together yourself, I just couldn't do an alternate material. And again, I might have been able to save a few bucks in getting some other product, but it wouldn't be my bench built with Ultra, and that's really what I wanted to deliver. So, CG, thanks for making the plywood. And thanks for coming by and telling us about it.
Well, thanks for moving to Florida, making it easy.
All right. Mahalo. Mahalo, Smart Woodshop. Thanks for hanging out.